And we're live.
We are live, yes, for episode 169 of Live Drawing. We're lucky to have Alison McGlone back with us.
Yay,
Hello.
I'm back. Hello. Hey, everyone out there in TV land.
So, what have you got cooking tonight?
I'm working on pages of The Last Sentinel, trying to get everything done.
Nice.
And I've been falling behind as usual because, well, stuff.
Yeah. Life.
Yeah, that's the way of putting it.
What page you on here?
Uh, 13?
13. So in the arc of the story, would you say we're heading towards the midpoint? Or are we reaching a
We are going into the super huge fight scene that's going to, cross between lots of pages.
Oh, okay, cool.
This is where the high-flying martial arts part comes in. That's
And
all
do
going
you,
to be taking place in a dungeon.
And do you like get a reference for like the martial arts technique or moves and all that stuff?
Yep, I usually watch a bunch of martial arts films ahead of time,
Okay.
and I will freeze frame certain things and screenshot them so I have ideas.
Oh wow.
I won't trace them or anything because I don't like that, but I will use them for reference.
No, no, yeah, for reference. I mean, I've seen some of the photos that Pat Broderick and Walt Simonson and them have posted in the past of them taking pictures of each other with weapons and things when Pat was working on his issue of Iron Fist back in the day. And they told me they would also get like print magazines back in the day when there was like a craze for kung fu movies at that time in the 70s, and so they actually had like print magazines you could go out and buy that had photography that they would reference. And
Yeah, they used to have Black Belt magazines, stuff like that, and random ninja magazines and things. Um, I remember all that crazy crap.
my only memory of that stuff is seeing the ads for Count Dante in like Charlton comics,
Oh God,
the
they use in
deadliest man ever.
everything. Yeah, I'm actually going to be going through and adding a bunch of old advertisements to this
Oh, cool.
that I want to archive, and I have a Count Dante one,
That
so that will
was
be going in here.
That was the thing I liked doing on Iron Face was I asked him if I could make my own. Like the whole genre of the book was I would describe as like 80s core. So like coming up with neon 80s style jazzercise ads and smoking ads and all kinds of stuff was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was thinking about making a few of my own as well,
Yeah.
but I'm putting some of the real ones in and have for archive purposes only.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to keep working on the backer rewards. I'm pretty much done with the sketch covers. Here's the one that we started the last show with Krakus with
Yeah,
his martini glass shaker.
that is awesome.
And it's got the bottles that are all, of course, in classic cartoon style, marked XXX.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah, and this is the Fishy Flakes one that I posted as like the start of the last stream. Uh, just a big old anglerfish and using his light to
Yeah, the
create,
light they get that's so good.
yeah, to make the composition. And he's got like the tropical fish flakes. And he's just saying Fishy Flakes.
I love the fact that it has the spool of copper cable in
Yeah,
there. It's so
little
good.
the filament. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
good.
yeah, and this is just one where Krakus doesn't have his drink. Are you ready? Yes, for a refill. So those are the three pen and ink sketch covers. We did this one last time, and I'm working on another just 6x9 shot of Undersea Hero. So like this is for anybody that got the early bird. This is what they'll look like. So.
Oh, very nice.
And this one's I didn't have a joke. I just had the altruism of the character, and it just says, "I just love the ocean. It's just so neat."
Oh, Jay's in the house.
What's up, Jay?
Oh,
You working on anything tonight, Jay, or are you stuck at the job? There's always a delay.
yep.
I keep forgetting it's Wednesday. So say we all, Jay.
Yep, that's the way of putting it. That's roughy.
Our local used bookstore has started carrying the Tombow pens, so I no longer have to like
Oh,
drive
wow.
or order them online. I can just walk to the corner.
Well then, I think I know where I'm going to be going to get some Tumbo pens.
Yeah,
You still down like in the Fall River area?
down in that general vicinity. Yes,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
longer in that town, but general vicinity.
Makes sense. That works. Apparently, I put some of my line art onto the White Slayer. That doesn't surprise me.
How many layers do you generally work off of?
I usually have a white background where well, the background's its own separate thing. Whenever I do backgrounds, that's its own like separate layer entirely. Usually it's a layer folder in itself
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
have like tone in there and things, and the line is usually like a couple of different variations of line art for it and textures and stuff. I do all that first. Then I do my silhouette blockies in there, which are if I knock out my roughy layer, you can kind of see where I have the silhouettes in here.
Yeah. And I know that's how you kind of like chunk out your composition and your first anatomy pass.
Yep. And then I have my roughy layer, which is usually just me doing really rough sketches in, and I start to turn the blobbies into things, so I get like a setup.
So do you have like a when you're working for, let's say it's for print, do you have like a distance zoom that you don't exceed or like a size tool you don't exceed? Because I know that when I was working on like the Wally comics and stuff, I
Mhm.
would zoom in way too much until I printed out the first couple of pages. Then I kind of had to like figure it out as I go.
I will zoom in close on things, but the reason I do it is I sometimes have problems seeing my details,
Okay.
and I don't. I generally try to keep my line art simple, so I'm pretty cartoony, so and that's more what I want. So, but yeah, no, I'll go in pretty close to also to ensure that I'm using a steady hand and stuff.
Yeah.
This,
I forget what Bolin said. He said he like doesn't go any smaller than like 9 or 12 point
mm,
on his, something like that.
yeah, my line art tip is 12.
Oh, okay, there you go.
And the nib I generally use to ink with is 1.1.
All right. Now, are these going to go straight to? Or sometimes you print stuff out and ink it traditionally. Is that the plan for this, or are you going to go straight to press from the digital files?
Now I'm be going straight to press for the digital file because I just really want to get it done
Yeah, yeah.
and go from there.
I know you
Oh,
hybridize some of your projects.
oh yeah, I do. Actually, if you want to bring me up for a second, I will actually show some stuff that I'm doing right now.
Oh, sure. Let me see if I can not mess it up. Uh,
Well, just hide my screen
camera.
share.
This
There
one.
we go.
There we go. Hey, hey.
Yeah. And let me knock out my crazy ass background.
It is.
Yeah, I was having some fun with running some online games.
It's the background of tomorrow.
Yes, it is. I may or may not have been doing stuff with like Tron. And I have that on here, I think.
Did you see the Neutron?
I did. Actually, I saw it 3 times.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, the first time I had to go to the bathroom so much during it that I was like, I'm gonna go and see this again.
That's fair.
And the second time was me to basically see it so I could actually enjoy it. And I had a friend who took me to see it because he wanted to see it.
Oh, there you go.
And I generally enjoyed it. I mean, it's not a movie that I have a movie pass thing, so I generally don't pay for like I pay one movie basically the cost of one movie, and I get three for free, basically two more
Oh,
for free.
no, I didn't know you were such a big Tron fan.
I love Tron. The original movie is one of my favorites. Why am I not seeing what this is? It should be right there. Huh. Odd. Now, let's see if we can see it this way. So this is how I thumbnail pages.
Little bitty one.
Yeah, I do it all on 5x7 index cards.
What do you think that gives you as far as an advantage goes?
It gives me basically an easy way that if it looks decent there, I think I can make it work larger.
That makes sense.
So that's generally how I do it. And I've gotten 4 pages already laid out on that. I was working on a bit of a 5th, and I was like, I should get to my computer. And I was actually going to be working on some traditional stuff tonight, but like I said, I couldn't find my stupid battery pack for my camera. I need to get another one of these cheap webcams that I'm using, like for my face right here, so I can handle that, like do that.
Yeah, I bought my mediocre webcam a long time ago, and it was a Logitech Brio. It's literally like the step up from the cheapest one.
Hmm.
And the only reason I did that was because I had the cheapest one, and it would never focus properly when it was facing downward. Like when it was doing like a portrait, like yours is right there, it was great. But it kept making, and people on my stream kept saying it made like a buzzy noise when it was trying to focus. So I was like, okay, I gotta fix that.
Yeah, no, that's not fun. That's not fun at all.
I carried the guilt of making annoying noises on people's computers for the entirety.
Hey, I'm good at that. I can definitely make annoying noises if you want. All right, where the hell can I?
Hey, Martha's. Hey, Michael.
Hey, I see people.
Give everyone Michael's.
Sure. If you want to give me a camera, I'll happily take it, Mike. Thank you. All right. If you want to go back to my art and stuff so we can see what the hell we're doing and not just my mug here. I mean, I know I'm beautiful.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey. That's what happens when you have the lesser technology person steering the boat here.
Oh, you'll be fine. You need to come on my show.
I
have like background stuff that I do and everything. It's crazy.
I saw that Restream added some license-free music. So
yeah, I actually was playing it on one of my streams.
Did it work well?
Yeah, it did. It was actually kind of fun.
Okay.
I just did you got to make sure you're you got to make sure that you're you have it turned down though, so people can actually hear you. So yeah.
I'll have to do a test.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so my art, when I do this stuff, I have basically my roughy layer where I kind of just blob in some basic lines and stuff like that and get a really kind of rough idea of things. And then I go in and I do my pencils. But yeah, like this is a lot of layers.
Yeah. And do you use like a perspective grid or something when you're doing those?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, no, I can fake perspective pretty good, but when I really want to get it done, I use rulers and other things to try to get it so I want the backgrounds to be like more realistic.
Yeah, because in your world, you're trying to make that cinematic-y quality.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. So I use lots of reference on things, and I've been known to build things in 3D and turn them around so I can see what the hell they look like.
Mm-hmm.
I found that trying to trace over 3D models doesn't work very well, so I gave up on that.
Learning how to trace without it looking like tracing is a skill, and that's actually something that Wally Wood used to write a lot about.
Yeah, I mean,
and Neil Adams as well.
That's very true. I mean, like, but where is it? Blender around here. That is not Blender.
I'd like to draw more of the different characters from the book, but I don't want people to feel like they're not, getting a lesser character.
Hmm.
So I'm ending up drawing mostly Undersea Hero, and then if I come up with a good gag or something, I'll use one of the other characters. I don't know, because like so many, it was one of the. There's only a couple of levels where you got to pick the character, so I really want to deliver on the ones where you don't get to pick the character.
Okay, I'm gonna change my what was it? I'm gonna change what I'm sharing real quick so people can kind of see what I mean. Oh, don't worry about the Miller shorts, Martha. That's it's not that big of a deal. Actually, on TikTok they went crazy. Yeah, I did a bunch of Frank Miller studies,
Oh yeah.
and oops, didn't mean to do that.
Any particular era of Miller or?
Yeah, I did a Dark Knight piece, and I did a Sin City piece. I did Hardigan from Sin City, and I did Dark Knight punching Superman.
Oh, nice. Yeah, classic.
All right, can you share that out for me?
What am I sharing? Add to the scene. There we go.
Yeah. So when I go and I build cities and stuff like that,
Oh wow.
this is like what I do in Blender.
Wow, that's amazing. Might have to commission you to make a 3D thing for me at some point.
Whatever you need. But yeah, so I got this little block here, and then I have like a little garden area inside.
Wow.
And so if I can zoom into it and go like this, and I can get like, street view.
Yeah.
And I can put like cars in it and things like that, or if I want like a spaceship or something, I can pop it in.
Wow, that's really cool.
So now if I were to take this and pop it into Clip Studio, it causes it to explode. So,
too many pixels.
oh god, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could probably lower it down or do something with it, but basically what I want to do, if I want to reference a city shot or something, I'll maybe screenshot it so I can bring it up in a little window, and then I can look at it easy and kind of go from there.
I just think of The Simpsons where the monkey's on the porch and he hits the button that says "Pray for Mojo," and I'm thinking about Clip Studio as that's coming in.
That's basically what happens. But yeah, I bring that in, and all of a sudden, kerpow! It's just gone.
It sees you dragging that icon towards it, and it's running away.
Yeah, it's like no. Yeah, I tried it once. I'm like, oh, I'll put it in there, and I'll try to pull the line out and see. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm losing an hour's work. All right. But yeah, so that's stuff that I do with Blender. And but yeah, I'll take something like this. Actually, something I could do with it is go, not fully what I wanted.
I actually had a fight with the recent update of InDesign, and it wouldn't let me open new files or create new files when I did the update. So we were having issues.
Ugh.
I tried the classic uninstall, reinstall, and that did not do it. So I had to manually go into the files and change the preference folder, which I'd never done before.
Hmm.
And then I had to change the way it was processing with the CPU. I guess there were settings in that I had to change. So that was a fun day on YouTube.
Yeah. Next time, contact me.
Yeah.
Because I actually knew how to fix that. So.
See.
Because I've had it happen. I'm going back to doing comic work. But yeah, so that's my my little taste of things that I do with this stuff. And
oops, why did it do that?
No, I turned off my screen share, so don't worry.
Okay.
And I have my main share back up. Okay, and I missed a bunch of things in the chat, so let's see. Oh, hey, Seashell.
I missed things as well. The chat didn't scroll.
Cool, you're drawing by hand. Yeah, I meant not digital. Yeah, Ian generally draws by hand. I'm the digital artist. Granted, I prefer drawing by hand, but I can't turn off the ease. And Mike's asking, how much do I charge for making those handmade backgrounds? Oh, for those, that cityscape, I'd probably charge around 3 to 4 grand. So that took a while.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, I use some things to help me with the generation, but then I have to go in and tweak.
See, I would want a 3D model of Undersea Hero's base, which is basically just a volcano with a front door and a window.
I could actually do that probably pretty quick.
What is it? I got a picture. There it is. It's got like a 1960s
God, that's
front
so awesome.
glass window, and it's just got the little U on it, and it's got the lava coming out around it like a moat. So
Yeah, I might just do that one for fun.
I'll send you the picture if you want.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Let's go learn to make these for reference. Yeah, well, during COVID, I basically taught myself how to use Blender. So
And Allison's really smart, so I mean,
I've been accused of that. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not like I went to MIT.
The smart people place.
Yeah, I've been told that, but trust me, I've met some really dumb people who went to MIT.
Yeah, my good friend and professor from college, who I haven't seen in a little while, I should bug him. He taught at 3 places. He taught at my alma mater, he taught at Harvard, and he taught at the state penitentiary. He taught people how to learn how to write when they're trying to, reconnect to their lives. And he said that 2 out of the 3 were his favorite, and it's pretty obvious which one was probably not. And he always said that the Harvard one was a place where everyone knew exactly how to write, but they had nothing to write about. And then everywhere else had something to write about, but he was giving them the tools to express that. And he always preferred that aspect of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
I think he's retired now, so I don't think that I would get him in trouble for sharing that story.
Probably not.
But I always found it fascinating. Like, just because you have all the tools to do something doesn't mean that you have the creative oeuvre to do something worthwhile with those tools.
Yeah, no, I can respect that. I can really respect that, actually. Let's see. And been doing drills to level up. I dropped my left hand with the source photo upside down, but the drawing is right side up.
That seems crazy to me.
That is crazy. But hey, if it works.
If you're ambidextrous or whatever. My brother's one of those crazy people who does everything for the most part right-handed, but he'll use scissors and he'll eat with his left hand.
I have some ambidextrous traits, but they're because they're trained from martial arts.
Okay, yeah.
I can switch hit if I was playing baseball, and I use a southpaw stance when I take a fighting stance.
Okay, so you use some lefty. Yeah, Adam just did it, and he just confused the shit out of my parents.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that much. I mostly use my right hand, so.
Because he when he played baseball, he would throw right-handed, but he would eat and use scissors left-handed.
That's so weird.
Yeah, quirky.
I could probably pitch left-handed if I wanted to, but I wouldn't bother. So I said I could switch hit, and I did that to confuse people.
Oh, doing contour drawings. Contour drawings are fun. That's a good way to study. I can.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Contour drawings, those are good.
Good way to study.
I mean, I find doing perspective stuff to be really good. Say wear and tear, am I right mostly? Oh, okay, that's fair enough. I mean, Frank Frazetta, after he had a stroke, learned to draw with his left hand.
Well, and there's actually a very good video on YouTube, and I don't have a link to it right now, but Neil Adams actually teaches you how to ink with your whole arm instead of your wrist.
Oh, I've seen that video. It is very good.
And I can't say I do it all the time, but I do use that technique for when I'm using a brush for sure.
Hmm.
There's
Oh,
other,
if I'm using a brush, I try to use my whole arm in it.
and you can feel the difference, and it feels super weird when you first try it.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that.
Michael says he draws, uses a fork, and writes with his left, but throws a ball with his right. See, we've got a whole room full of folks now that
No, just weird.
are confusing our developmental teachers and coaches.
Damn right. Mike's a pretty weird guy, you know. Friends with him for years.
I still got to get a copy of his latest book. I got to buy one off of him. He needs an online store, or I've got to just pop into whenever he's at another one of his events.
Yeah, Mike's stuff is usually worth it. It's weird and worth it. It's supposed to rewire your brain to bypass learned symbols and see what's actually there. Oh, that's true. That is what it does. That's why when you practice martial arts, you do everything on the offside too. It makes your strong side to be better.
Yeah, never did martial arts.
I'm actually surprised. You seem the type that would have.
I think it's because I was just doing more of and I know you did organized sports too, but I just, there came a point, probably about 6th grade where there was never an off season.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember that time a little bit. See, I didn't really do too many spring sports.
Yeah, see, and in the spring I'd play baseball. Spring, summer, and part of fall I'd play baseball, and fall, winter, and part of spring I played hockey. So it was like year round.
Yeah, I was soccer and basketball primarily.
Yeah, both fall sports. So
Yeah, no fall winter. So yeah.
yeah, and
Um,
some places they have spring soccer.
yeah, they when I was growing up they did, and I used to play spring soccer too. But when I was like in school and things, it was always, um, you know, fall sport. And I did like the softball baseball thing once, and really not my sport. I think I
It's
prefer to go to a game.
it's an individual sport kind of disguised as a team sport sometimes because you're up there batting by yourself. If you're a pitcher, you're by yourself. I mean, you've got the catcher catching, but like it is a group of individual efforts coming together parallel sometimes.
Hmm.
And like hockey was like the team sport. Like
Oh
it
God,
was,
yeah. No, I always wanted to play hockey.
yeah.
Mother never let me. So
Well, and it's interesting that people talk about like it being more violent, but like more people got concussions in soccer because they had no protective gear.
yeah, and also you're supposed to head the ball.
Yeah, those micro impacts add up.
Yep, and sometimes you can just block it with your face.
That is true.
I mean, also
Because you were a goalie, right?
yes, I was.
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely blocked with my face more than one occasion.
Yeah, Michael mentions Carl Kapinski. Yeah, Kapinski. I met him at San Diego when I didn't really get to meet Kim Jung-gi. I saw him there,
Hmm.
and I
Oh, I
watched
know
him
which one
draw
you're talking about.
with a bunch of people. But I did talk to Carl for a little bit, and he was just a very like affable, quiet guy for the most part. And he was just talking about how much he liked drawing like Conan and the fantasy characters, and I think we talked about Solomon Kane for a little bit, and that was kind of the end of the exchange. But he was very nice, and he was part of that group that traveled with Kim Jung-gi.
Kim Jong-gi was a freaking master.
Yep.
I got
You
his
know,
last comic that he did the cover for. It was like Kill Switch or something like that.
and there's like a random issue of Ultimate Spider-Man that he did a cover for, and like there's a whole bunch of other like just random one-offs. There's a Batman piece,
Yeah.
and yeah, you're seeing the best when I was standing there, and I've told this story a bunch of times because it's like it resonates with me. Is that I look to my left, and there's Dave Johnson, Mike Mignola, Dan Panosian, Cully Hamner, all the essential sequential folks, and we're all just watching him draw. And like these are some like Dave Johnson's honestly maybe the best cover artist of the last 30 years.
That's probably putting it mildly, but yeah, I'd agree with that.
You know, but like, yeah, when you see the best people that you're in a room with all watching that person,
Yeah, you know there's something to this.
yeah.
Cat. Nope, they're both over there. Okay. Thought I heard something move, and I'm like, is that a cat? Nope.
We switched Bruce, our cat, to the diet food, and he likes it also. So win-win.
That is even better.
Didn't fight us on it.
Oh, my two love food.
Yes.
Like, it is crazy. Like, I go to put down a can of food for them, and they like dance.
Dance? Do they sing a little bit for you?
You would think they would if they could. I mean, they do meow on occasion.
Yeah.
They're basically singing. So yes.
Yeah. Bruce is pretty chatty when he wants his dinner.
Yeah, Rocket is too. Rocket's a chatty cat in general. He's a talker. Kaiju's talks a bit too, but Rocket talks more. Why did I do that? Oh. No big deal.
Got mine. For anyone who wants to hand letter, I highly recommend one of these. It's a template of ovals.
Oh, yeah, I have a couple of those of varying sizes.
And these you can use to make bigger bubbles by drawing half the oval and then flipping it over and drawing the other half. So like if anyone is getting into hand lettering, I would highly recommend it, because this combined with a beveled ruler like this is all you really need. You don't even need to get any more. You don't have to get an Ames guide.
You want an Ames letter guide?
You don't have to. You can, of course, but you know, as long as you have the lines and the circle, I think you're doing all right. I was actually working on, and I guess I should have gone into this earlier, the update for Undersea Hero. I finished the making of zine this past holiday, and it's 12 pages, and it has a new story that Jeff McGlone and I did together. So there's a story, and then there's a bunch of behind the scenes material. That was one of the stretch goals from the Kickstarter. And I was working with the template from the printer on the print version of the book, and I got all of the variant cover spreads done, laid out and color corrected, and I got all of the interior cover spreads done. Now I'm just color converting and adjusting the interior. And the beauty of this printer's templates is they have templates that give you the creep adjustment.
Oh, handy.
So that means as your book gets fatter, and this one's 72 pages, so it's pretty substantial. The stuff that's in the fold and the stuff that's at the trim, the ratio of it changes. And they give you, so I'm going in and adjusting each page. So it won't be perfect, but nothing should get cut off, and it should be like more accurate than if I had just sent everything centered, which is usually what printers ask you to do. I'm 20 pages in on that, and then, like I said, I got all the spreads done. And one of the things that people will see when they get this book in their hands is that every aspect of it is done by hand, and all the lettering, even like the copyright info, like the fact that it says like variant cover by Joe St. Pierre on the back, that's all done by hand. Like every little bit of every word on it, the whole spine, it's all done by hand. So I hope people enjoy that. I think it gives it an interesting feel to it. And
well, it's very classic. I mean, did you do the indicia by hand and everything?
Oh yeah.
I had a feeling.
The indicia, I have one testimonial, and I'm waiting on another that I'm hoping to get in time for the print. But if I don't get it, in time, I'll just plaster it everywhere.
Yeah, I gotta give it a read, and I'll shoot you something once I read it.
Thank you.
Me- Oh,
But yeah, so we're cruising right along, and um, I've got all of the watercolor covers done that were bought. Um, I've got to do 2 commissions. One large commission, which was by a person who is like a giant Legion of Superheroes collector,
ooh,
and they want. I said on the big commission you could get as many characters as you wanted, but they just want Karate Kid fighting the Tick. So
huh? That's actually kind of interesting.
yeah, I'm not a crossover guy. We've talked about it many times, but I'll do the research. I'll do my best to make it representative.
Karate Kid versus the Tick. That's interesting.
And I was surprised actually that most of the ones that requested characters did request the Tick, because I just find that when I open it up, people almost always ask for Ninja Turtles, even
Well,
though
your
I
turtles are really good,
even though I only drew it for a very short period of time as opposed to the Tick, which I drew for 11 years.
and potentially you could still draw for the Tick.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, if anybody's familiar, NEC has changed its ownership structure. So
Yeah, that I knew.
now Tom, they put out an email, so it's all public. Tom over at Quincy fully owns the store, and then over in
Brockton?
Brockton, yeah, the other guy there purchased that shop.
Did they keep the names? I'm assuming
Yes.
Tom
Yep.
did. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I know a few of them, like the Norwood one, I believe changed hands. They changed the name.
They did. Yeah.
Okay, because I've been to the Norwood shop. So I remember going in there and being like, this used to be NAC. And the guy's like, yep. And I'm like, okay then.
Yeah, the guy who bought it is the former manager, I believe. So
Yeah.
he just wanted to make it his own thing, and
Well, nothing wrong with that.
yeah, and that's the same thing that happened in New Bedford when Palmer bought that store.
Mm.
He turned it into Crescent Comics?
Yeah,
Question mark.
Yeah, I think that's it.
It's not Crescent City. That's the store down in New Orleans that I'm friendly with.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with Crescent. No, Twilight. That's what it is.
Is Twilight Comics?
Twilight Comics.
All right, there we go. So wants to get his goth on.
Sorry, Palmer.
Mm.
Ralph. That's the guy that bought it in Brockton. Sorry, Ralph.
Mm.
Ralph was actually the last office guy like I got to meet because he never left Brockton, and even like Bob Polio would go to the different stores. Like sometimes you even see him at Brookline or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty much saw him at Norwood for most of the time. He would be sitting behind the counter there.
Mm. So who owns the Tick then?
Ben does.
Ben does? He still owns it? Okay, good.
Oh yeah, he owns it 100%.
Good. I know they had publishing rights or something like that.
Yeah, and actually that was with Planet Comics, that cover that I did for Jeff. He got permission to put the Tick in his comic book there, so there's actually a new Tick story out with that issue of Planet Comics.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, that he and Dwayne Redhead, who worked on the Tick before I did, and did the first couple of free comic book day issues, did the artwork. And I love Dwayne's version of Arthur. I genuinely believe it's my favorite version of Arthur since Ben.
Okay, yeah, I could probably get behind that. Oh. God, I really wish that Ben would finish that story. It's like me and everybody else is a Tick fan.
Michael, just so you know, I read your comment there, Bob Polio. That is a name I've not heard in a long time in the Obi-Wan Kenobi voice.
Okay, so I'm not alone. Got it.
I heard it in a long time. A long
Long
time.
Martha's working off a ref sheet for Dime Box.
Yep. Yeah.
Sent you an email there. Is that for the open, basically public domain stuff?
Yeah, the public domain. Anyone who is a friend of or hangs out on the stream is welcome to make something for it. I'm gonna do an old Joe Kubert character from back in the day.
I was actually just looking at public domain stuff to do something with. I was thinking of Dimebox.
Yeah, you're of course welcome to. If you're not, I know you're busy as heck, but if you have
God,
time
that's
for
putting it mildly.
even just a pinup, I mean,
I don't even want to go into some of the crap that I've been doing lately. Oof. Manga editors are mean. They make it work.
no, you will draw every raindrop on every page.
It certainly seems that way.
And they have to be scale consistent. I could totally see that. I can't say I know. I just yeah. I've never worked for a manga editor, so
they're slave drivers.
I actually have a funny story to share from an editor that I worked with at Boom. It was Alex Gaylor. He was the editor on Go Go Power Rangers when I did that one random cover. He is an editor, and he has been for a while over at DC on special projects now. And he's been a Warlord fan forever.
Oh God, Warlord! This one has been for a while.
Yeah, and I know that he's been bugging the crap out of Mike Grell, trying to get him to like sign on to do like at least an omnibus and maybe a new cover or material or whatever. And I know he asked him basically, what would it take to get this to happen? And Mike Grell said, get me a Red Ryder BB gun. And if you go over to Mike Grell's Twitter page right now, you can see that Alex sent him a Red Ryder BB gun.
That's awesome. I guess we're getting a Warlord omnibus.
That would be a huge omnibus because that book it was printed and published for a very long time.
Yeah, it was a good book. It was a good old sword and sorcery stuff. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's the guy with like the winged helmet and over at DC where you'll see the first works of like Mark Texeira and Adam Kubert on that book.
Yes, that is the book I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Rich Buckler always told me that he had fun drawing that book. He did a handful of issues here and there on it when Mike took time off or moved over to do God, what was it? What was the one after Star Slayer? John Sable.
Oh, okay.
Because he did the first issue of John Sable long before it was published, just like Star Slayer. And then when it got picked up and was popular, he just kept doing new issues. It was done as like a pitch early on, I believe, and then it wasn't picked up right away. And then when it finally got put out by PC Comics, people liked it, and then first kind of picked up everything when PC went out of business.
Okay, I think I vaguely remember that.
They picked up a lot of stuff. They picked up all the stuff from Capital, which was Badger and Whisper and Nexus.
God, I remember Badger. Yeah, Nexus was them too.
I gotta be honest, I didn't really read Badger. I don't know.
I read like a couple issues, but nothing major.
I read Nexus, so like when Badger would show up, I was like, oh, that's that guy.
Yeah, well, Nexus was good. And has a very confusing ownership.
Yeah, right now, basically, Steve and Mike basically can just do their own things, is what it looks like.
Yep, that's what I've heard.
They just kind of share ownership of it, and you do your thing, I'll do my thing.
Yep.
And they still like show up on each other's streams, so I don't think it's like out of pure animosity or anything.
No, I don't think it's animosity at all. I think they're friends, but they just don't see eye to eye on certain things and don't want to, mesh in that way.
And I love Steve's YouTube channel. Like, he does a great job putting out like a ton of content and a ton of like just art tips and like what he does and process and stuff.
Hmm.
And at one point, he talked about when he went back to self-publishing, and that was like in the early to mid 2000s with Rude Dude Publications.
Oh God, Steve Rude, dude. Yeah, I
And
remember that. Yeah.
he did new issues of Nexus up to one of the issues. Was it issue 200, 100? I don't remember.
Something like that. I don't remember.
And he said something about how around that time he and Baron were not seeing eye to eye on the direction of the character. So it just makes sense that they split directions, but still get to do the character they both obviously created.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. I thought Whisper was a surprisingly good book back in the day.
I know I read some of Whisper, but I don't really remember. So
Yeah, it's like it's a ninja comic, but it's got some sci-fi, some actiony stuff to it. It was drawn by Rich Larson at the beginning, who used to be at Charlton. The first issue has a beautiful Michael Golden cover.
okay, yeah, I think I remember that.
Got a smudge. I'm gonna have to white out. Nope.
Oh, that's annoying.
I was talking to somebody about hand lettering online the other day. They asked me about like how to just like get a confident look to the lines and to the letters. And I basically tell them like you just gotta press down and you can't move slowly. Like
Yeah,
if you move slowly and deliberately, it's gonna leave ink. It's gonna look shaky. So you kind of just gotta wing it. And if you have to white it out and do it again, like I've got plenty of old comic boards, as I'm sure you do, that have tons of whiteout or patches or paste ups over them.
oh, that's putting it mildly. Yeah, yeah, I have tons of that stuff where I'm like, it didn't go the way it should have, and I don't have an undo button, and
Yeah,
and I
I've
was
got
wrong before the undo button, and yeah.
a Gene Colan page from Journey into Mystery that was an H.P. Lovecraft story where they messed up the speech bubble on one panel so badly that they exactoed it out and re-lettered it on a separate piece of board and put it behind it and taped it down.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. I have to see that. Yeah, it's funny. My comic collecting has turned more into I more just want art. So,
Yeah. It's also a space thing.
yeah, they take up a lot of room.
But I also have this like mild contempt for reprints, which is unfortunate. And it exclusively has to do with the fact that like I really don't like recolored books.
Oh, I hate it. I hate the new color stuff when they take like something from like the 70s, 80s, or even the 60s or whatnot, and they like modern color it. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
just leave it, please.
Yeah. Or they'll put a flat color that's like super garish because they think that the original artist didn't know that it was going on off-white paper. You know,
Yeah.
and they absolutely knew. Like they knew what they were doing.
Yep. Well, I knew exactly what they were doing back then. Martha, my lettering of my left is actually getting better as a side effect. I think I could use it for graffiti. Go for it. Just don't get arrested.
Have fun. Run fast.
Things you will not be seeing me do ever again. Anything that involves me having to run.
From police.
Yeah, exactly. Does that mean I don't talk about that?
No. Statute of limitations and whatnot.
Yeah, a lot of those are definitely surpassed. I don't think I've done anything that dumb since I was like 17. So
Yeah, in the Painting with Fire documentary, Bernie Wrightson is interviewed, and there's an extended version of that interview I believe, on the YouTube page, the First Set of Girls YouTube page.
Yeah, it is.
And he talks about when he found out that Frank had switched to his left hand, and the interviewer asked him if he'd do it. And he says, "I don't know if I would. I'd find something else to do." And it's like, why would I train with that now? Like, that just seems like something that would take away from the time of making better work with my right hand. And it's just a whole different way to see the approach that Martha's is taking. So it's like a different path.
Oh, I gotta hand it to Martha doing the. I mean, this is crazy. I love it.
Absolutely. To quote Captain Kirk in Star Trek V, when he's asked to climb a mountain, why he does it? Because it's there.
Yeah.
Although I do still think that is my least favorite of the films.
I think that is everybody's least favorite of the films. What does God need with a starship?
Everything.
Yeah. Have you seen what this thing can do?
And I put Star Trek 6 very high on my list. That's it. It's like 2 and 6 for me.
I'm 2, 4, and 6.
Yeah, I like 4, but I just 2 and 6. I love those movies.
The 4 for me has a special place because I saw it in the theater with my dad.
Ah, there you go. See, and I have a little bit of that with 6 because I saw that when I was a kid with my dad.
Yeah, and I saw 3 in the theater, so I have a like for that movie as well because of it. Even though I recognize it's not really that great of a movie, but Christopher Lloyd as a Klingon was pretty cool.
Oh, he was great. And what's his name was one of his minions, the guy from Night Court.
Oh yeah, he was Bull Shannon, I think. The guy who played Bull.
No, it was the other guy. It was the John Larroquette.
Oh, it was John Larroquette. Oh god, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I like most of those movies. I don't know. I don't. This is where I break from some fandom where it's like I'm not expecting it to be, certain what other people expect it to be. If I just am entertained for the time being.
No, I'm kind of the same way with a lot of the stuff. I mean,
I'm one of the people that
the first one's flawed, but there's still stuff I like.
Yeah, I don't find it as boring as people claim it is. I really don't.
The slow motion picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, there's stuff I like in it, and I was entertained.
Everything with Spock in that movie was awesome.
Yes, I completely agree with that. Wrath of Khan, I think, is still my favorite.
It's a great movie.
And I said, and I generally like The Search for Spock. I loved Voyage Home. 5, I really can't get behind, although I have some pretty good one-liners in it.
It does.
And 6, I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, Camille, my wife, and I are watching Next Generation. She had never seen Next Generation, and she loves DS9, and she enjoys Star Trek. So it's been fun going back and rewatching that from the beginning. I hadn't seen it in years. So.
There's some damn good episodes there too.
Yep.
First season's a little bit hard at times, but once you get past like about mid-second season, that show really takes off.
Yep. We just saw the episodes of where Picard becomes spoiler alert, he gets assimilated by the Borg at a certain point.
Locutus of Borg.
And then the episode where he goes back to visit his brother. That one was awesome.
Yeah, that one was really good.
Michael says he likes the ideas given in the first picture. I agree. Yeah,
there's some really good pictures. Really good ideas in it. One of the things that annoyed the hell out of me, though, and I think it's because I was a science nerd, when they said the size of V'ger in it, and I'm like, that's the size of 2 of our solar systems. I don't think they meant it to be that big.
Probably not, no. Slight oversight, just like...
It was like 2 AU or something like that. I'm like, do they know how big an AU is?
Clearly not.
But yeah, and I like the reveal of what V'ger was and everything. Spoiler alert, it's Voyager.
Us with those 50-year-old spoilers.
Yep.
I think we
We're
might be
safe.
okay.
We're safe on that.
I think so.
Yeah. It's like with the new Star Wars movies. I mean, a lot of people rag on them, but generally speaking, I like them. I
I
mean,
haven't.
I got problems with some of them, but I'm just a Star Wars fan, and I'm just happy if I get Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like Rise of Skywalker, I think is my least favorite, but
Which
if
one
it's
was
on
that?
TV, I'll watch it. So
Was that the second or the third new
that's the
one?
third. I actually really liked The Last Jedi,
Okay.
which is the one that everybody like hates. And I loved it because it was so different.
Because there's tons of that stuff I haven't seen because it's on Disney Plus, and I don't have Disney Plus. I saw I saw the trilogy, the new trilogy. I saw those three films, but I think I saw the one that was the one off the Rogue One.
Hmm.
I saw that one, and on TV at one point I saw the Han Solo movie, which I didn't think was as bad as everyone said it was.
No, I enjoyed the solo movie. I thought it was good.
I
I thought
really
it was
liked
fun.
Donald Glover as a young Lando Calrissian, and I was like, that's the movie I want to see.
They're talking about doing some. They've been talking about it for a while, but there is talks about doing a Donald Glover Lando. There was a movie at one point, and they were talking series. Star Wars is a little bit weird now with Disney. I have insider info on a lot of it, but I can definitely say that they still have plans to do certain things.
That's one I would love to see because I thought that he was great. He had the charisma in that card game.
Oh God, yeah, he nailed Lando. Plus, I heard Billy D. Williams really liked it too.
Okay.
Star Trek: The Next Generation had the creature made from pure DNA. That one felt dumb to me. Not sure if I remember that one, but I'll take your word for it. I mean, there's like 7 seasons of the show, so
Yeah, 7 seasons, and also like I'm very forgiving in fantasy sci-fi. I really am. I know that it's hard for some people when it's like their profession or whatever, and it's not mine. So I realize there's like a vast difference between like me looking at how big V'ger is versus you, because I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds good enough. I didn't need to know that. It didn't need to tell me the actual size. It just had to sound big.
well, it definitely was big. It was
Yeah.
2 AUs. It's really big. Oh, that was Martha who said that. I thought that was Mike. But yeah, pure DNA. Yeah, the I would have to see the episode again before I could really comment on the science of it. That being said, I generally don't watch too many of those things for science.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just kind of forget about it. But there's certain things that when they happen, I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I think we all have stuff that takes us out of what we're watching. And for me, one of the things I've really noticed lately is when they just CG plain animals, like when they have just a deer or rats or whatever, and they just look like video games bouncing across the screen.
Yep.
And that happened with a movie I overall liked with the new Frankenstein movie.
Oh, the rats in that were all CG and stuff, and the wolves and things.
Yeah, and look, that for some people they never bat an eye to that stuff, but for me that one like was like, okay, yep, yep. It
There
would have
was a
been,
couple of scenes where the rats were real, but not many.
but it's one of those where they could have honestly just left them out, and I would have been like, it wouldn't have lessened the mood for me.
No, the new Frankenstein movie was really good.
And there was, a million rights and homages in it.
Well, that's putting it mildly.
So, like the shot of him looking through um, in the rights and stuff, it's him in a box. But
Mhm.
in the movie, it was him looking through the wall of like a farmhouse with the cracks
That was so good.
with the lighting.
Yeah, that thing was a love letter to rights in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and he was in the credits. So
Yep.
somebody
So,
uploaded the old '80s V Lizard Alien stuff. If you want to see complete, I actually had considered rewatching V.
oh,
It's also free on Tubi as a
yeah.
Tubi fan.
V is not something you watch for the science. V you watch because of what it is about.
Yeah.
Because V was supposed to be a variation of It Couldn't Happen Here. And it was supposed to be about the original adaptation was it was supposed to be an adaptation of fascist rise of government in the United States. And they said
Topical.
nobody will believe that ever happening, so he made it aliens instead.
No one would ever believe any of that happening. Ever.
Yeah. But V, you watch more for the political commentary of it. Like, for instance, if you just look at the visitor symbol, it's not hard to extrapolate what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
The fact that they're all wearing red and black.
No.
But yeah, no, V I don't watch for. I mean, I love V when I was a kid.
It was a giant like TV event for people of a certain age.
Yeah, because that's back when they did really cool TV stuff, like Shogun. They had that, V. They had like the original version of It and stuff like that, or The Stand.
Well, and the first Battlestar Galactica was like a 2-night movie event.
Yep. Yeah, they basically showed 3 episodes.
Yeah. And Frank Rosetta did the TV guide illustration.
Yes, he did. I was actually doing a study on those a couple of years ago on live stream.
Apollo never looked so good.
No, he hadn't. And so TNG also had an episode where they were like, "You're missing cells from the lining of your stomach. You've been cloned." That's not how cloning works. But yes,
the cloning of tomorrow.
Yeah, that
today.
Yeah, that's not how cloning works. It's also not how stomach gas. That's just wrong. That's a
Because like when I was reading, like I read a ton of science fiction, especially in like high school and college and stuff. Like when I wanted like crazy detailed, accurate, you pick up. You know which authors to pick up and which ones to put down.
Yep.
You know, you could pick up like Asimov's Edge of Tomorrow, which is like an anthology of his short stories and some of his essays that he had published and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, I'm reading about someone who knows about pontificating about time travel and alternate dimensions and these sorts of things.
Yep. No, Asimov stuff is usually good to read. Larry Niven. He had some interesting stuff. Niven was a bit of a jerk, but he had some good stuff.
Yeah. I'm not picking up a Michael Crichton book to learn about
dinosaurs.
Science.
Yeah, dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Dino DNA. Oh man.
Yeah,
and that was another TV event. Was it the Andromeda Strain? Movie?
Yes, the Andromeda Strain. That was a classic Crichton one.
And Roddenberry did a couple with like I don't remember, what was it called? Genesis?
Yes, he did. It was something like that.
Yeah, he did a TV event. It had the guy from Enter the Dragon in it. The Caucasian gentleman who's the other fighter that you don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy at the beginning.
Oh, right. Oh, no, I know you. Oh, I was thinking The Last Dragon, then Enter the Dragon. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's actually in a lot of stuff.
He is, yeah. I just can't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't think of it either off the top of my head.
I never claimed to be encyclopedic on kung fu flicks.
I'm horrible with actors' names, but I can usually tell you who directed a film.
Yeah.
Or like if I've seen the movie and stuff. But hey.
I had a teacher with old Fangoria mags. They had V collector's plates. Oh, I believe it. They made collector's plates back in the day for anything.
Yep.
Somebody's aunt or uncle has that in their attic right now and hasn't looked at it in 50 years.
Yeah, easily. Oh, man.
Collector's plates. I actually remember back in the day going to an old comic book convention seeing Star Wars and Star Trek collector's plates. I remember seeing those things.
I remember those. God, the collector plates.
I hope someone bought them to eat off them.
Yeah.
Just to do it.
I mean, I have a full set of the Burger King Empire Strikes Back glasses and the plastic Return of the Jedi ones.
I've got a glass. I don't remember what it is for which brand it is, but I've got a Shazam cup that I drink out of. That's an old one of those collector's cups from one of the either fast food or 7-Eleven-y type things.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I use all the cups and everything.
Yeah, I remember when again Bob Polio. I told him like, yeah, I drink out of it. He's like, you drink out of it? That's a collector's item. And he's like a big old school Shazam guy. So
I drink out of it too.
it's
I mean,
glass. As long as you hand clean it and you're not putting it in the dishwasher.
yeah, it's fine.
I don't have a dishwasher, so.
And yeah, the reason why I drink out of them is I've been drinking out of them since I got them in 1980.
Nice.
And for the Return of the Jedi ones, 1982.
You're the first user on those.
Yeah. Yeah, the one where the ladies have extra belly buttons and they run around zapping each other was a pilot. I think I saw it on Creature Features.
Of V.
I don't remember that from V.
I remember Buck Rogers had stuff like that.
Yeah, Buck Rogers had a lot of stuff like that. Buck Rogers had a lot of weird stuff.
And they made it a little saucy.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah.
Then you had season 2 of Buck Rogers.
With the guy that was God, what was his name? And from my prior job, I spent a inordinate amount of time with each of these actors because they did all the conventions that company ran.
Yeah, the guy who played the Hawkman.
Yep, my favorite. Other than seeing Gil Gerard be mean to Felix Silla, like for no reason, who played the little robot fellow and was in like every 60s TV show and had way more credits than it was like much nicer to be frank. There was one time I was sitting in the lobby of a hotel and Gil Gerard pops out from around the corner, and this was a small show. And the person at the hotel just very nicely, the concierge goes, "Good morning, Mr. Gerard. How are you today?" And he's like, "It's a good day to be on this side of the grass." And he just keeps on walking.
Oh God. Oh man, that's hilarious.
He's like, "I'm just glad to not be dead." He keeps on walking.
I bumped into Richard Hatch at Gen Con. I was walking into the walking to the convention or something like that, and I wasn't really paying attention to where I was going. I looked up and he's there, and he's got 2 women with him, and they're just like all humming together. And I was like looking at the two, I'm like, Richard Hatch. And he goes, "That I am." Like, that humming was creepy. He goes, "Yes, it was." And he kept walking, and they just went back to humming. I'm like, right then.
He's having a day.
Yeah.
I do always point back to when I was a young artist, and it was a show in Pittsburgh, I think, and I was there with and I think Daryl Banks was there, and there weren't that many celebrity guests. This was the old Pittsburgh Comic Con, and we looked over to the right, and the guy that played Boomer was totally asleep at his table, and his head was back, and he was just snoring, and we were just like, no, don't wake him.
Somebody color on him.
It was a slow day at I think it was on the Sunday. It was the last day of the show. Guy was clearly just like, "I'm old. I'm tired. I'm leaving. Whether I'm leaving physically or just emotionally, I'm leaving." He just took a few winks.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that was a Roddenberry one. Genesis. That was the one that had the women with 2 belly buttons and stuff.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw it, but yeah. Mike still remembers the vampire episode of Buck Rogers. Yeah, I remember that one. Is that the one that had the green glow around them or something like that? Oh no, they had the other one that was the vampire one. There was like 2.
I will say that the lady that played Wilma, Erin Gray, was always extraordinarily nice. So having run into people that were not nice, I would say that she was exceptionally nice. And I won't BS you. I'll tell you when somebody was mean to the support staff.
Hmm. I remember that one of the last years I went to Rhode Island Comic Con as just like, I got like the 3 day pass and the whole thing, and I was with Marie and stuff, and they had it was so crowded that, like Eric Talbot ended up leaving because he didn't like his wife back into the con and stuff.
Yeah, that was actually a while ago. That was like
Yeah.
2014, somewhere in there, 2015.
Yeah, it was like it was a while ago.
Yeah,
It
it
was,
was you.
it was an early one.
Yeah, they had to. They made some like big changes on how they had to handle traffic and count numbers and all that stuff, which they did do. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I just
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that
yeah.
so
Talbot.
difficult moving around.
Yeah, but I remember the last year you were there with me, and we were, the guys at the studio at the stadium were able to get you all your access stuff that you needed, and
Yeah, yeah.
I think they let you in the side door.
Yep, they did. And they let
Which
me in
was
the side. They got to do my own little thing, and they were just like, "Yeah, this is fine." And it
yeah,
said handicap entrance. So I'm like, "Is this where I'm supposed to come in?" They're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay then."
absolutely. After you, miss.
Because I'm like, and then it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm down here," and you're like, "Okay, I'm on my way." Um, yeah, no, that was a really good con.
Was that the year David was there?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't remember everything, but um,
It's thinking about saving.
all right. Well, I finished this one. How are you doing?
I got my first like round of pencils in. I'll actually go in and do like my detail work when I go to ink it and everything. But I got all the body stuff done and things, and I'm happy with it. So
Very cool.
what was it? I also got started my fight scene here.
Well,
Girl crashing through the roof and coming down on people.
yeah, very cool.
Smashes the guy on the way down.
Got the foreshortening going with the hand there.
Yeah, that was a pain in the butt.
Yeah, foreshortening's tough.
Yeah, especially doing it like at that angle, because I'm like, I really want to do kind of this like above shot of someone coming down. I'm like, oh, that's a pain in the butt. But yeah,
Yeah, it's like a worm's eye view.
yep.
Oh.
And I have this part of the fight in here where she boots him in the chest and gives clocks him, and then the girl's coming in.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and I always appreciate the sound effect usage.
Yeah, I have fun. I have fun with sound effects. A lot of that stuff I hand do.
Yeah, and it looks good. I think we'll wrap it up for tonight.
Sounds good.
Thanks everybody for coming. Thank you, Allison. Always great.
Thank you for having me as always.
Yeah,
I
and
love hanging out with you.
yeah, likewise. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good rest of your week, and I hope to see you next week. Same place, same time, and take care. Good night, everybody.
I'm